And yeah, O-line definitely got to get it together, man. I feel like they will. I'm hoping they will because I'm just hoping they will. I'm hoping they will. Sometimes it takes some time for dudes to gel. Now, granted, we have everybody returning, but one new person. The new person supposed to be an upgrade. But still, I think of James Daniels last year, right? And early on, remember James had a lead, it wasn't the smoothest. It didn't look as this year looks.
Yeah, the O-line as a whole wasn't good beginning of last year either.
So I'm like, we went through this a little bit last year. I just think the expectations were higher.
Yeah, all these guys
this
are
year.
back outside of Sayamalu.
The expectations were definitely higher this year. We said we got a returning group and we upgraded. It should look way better. And it's like, bro, we question at times, is it any different or is it?
I think we're regressing.
I don't want to say we're. I'm about to say.
I thought it was way better end of last year.
I didn't want to go there, but I definitely been feeling that, man. I'm like, yo, did we take a step back at that spot? Like,
I think they'll be fine, though, early in the season.
I'm chalking it up to early. Like,
give them some time to gel.
Get me to week 5 and I'll see what we look like.
Yeah. Because then I think you got to maybe start questioning whether or not you want to bring Broderick in.
1,000%, bro. 1,000%. It can't.
Hell, on either side. I mean.
Yeah, 1,000%, bro, because it's not a shot at either one of them guys. But we talk about this. You hear me say it all the time, man. Them opportunities, that's happening because of the dude that's in front right now opening the door. Chooks and Dan, they've been here. But because of how they've been playing this season with some of the matchups, regardless of who they playing against, it's like, bro, it can't look like that. Like Kenny took some shots yesterday, fam.
And
like,
shout
he
out
took
to
some
him
shots, bro.
For staying in there and
100%,
dropping
man.
some stripes.
Big time tip of the cap to Kenny. Because I'm like, bro, you were getting, like, fired on at times. And it wasn't that you were holding the ball too long. It's like, man, them dudes at times, yeah.
Well, that's the thing, too. We talked about some of these terrible ref calls. Obviously, the Minka one stands out whenever he got the sack on Jimmy G.
Mm-hmm.
What were some of our calls on Kenny? Like they were hitting his head. I wasn't asking for him because I know it's football. I know some of that stuff kind of happens. I don't think there were any cheap shots being taken at Kenny. Yeah. But dudes were hitting his helmet. And by the letter of the law, refs are throwing those flags all over the place.
To me, I looked at it like this. I didn't like any of the calls in terms of quarterback stuff, but I felt like we saw 2 times where they flagged just the violence of the hit. The Devontae Adams play. Where was that cold? No, they pulled it, but think about it. They threw the flag instantly. Why? It was violent. So they saw Garoppolo step up and get hit, and it was violent. And he plays quarterback. Instantly throw the flag. And that's why we say as defenders, it's to the point where you literally throw the flag, and everybody in there in the stadium is conditioned that if you see a violent hit, it's got to be a flag. It's got to be something like, oh, he hit Devontae really hard in the middle of the field. Oh, it's got to be something. Was he targeting? Yeah, the commentator the whole time. That got to be targeting, right? It's got to be something wrong, right? Oh, let's see. And you look at the replay, you're like, no, it was just a really, really hard hit. Sorry your favorite player on offense got hurt. But it was just a really hard hit. Nothing more, nothing less. That's what I looked at, man. But we can't complain about it when it don't go in our favor when we know this is how the league is officiated. They flag the violent hits. If Pickens go across the middle and he take a shot and he flail like that, they're going to throw the flag for him too. Because that's the league right now, man.
I get refs are human. It's not always going to be perfect, but Kenny took just as violent of hits.
He did.
Probably 3 or 4 times. So that's what I'm wondering. Like, come on, call both ways.
He did.
Like, give us at least 2 flags there. No. Something. 2
that's my thing, man. I'm just like, I don't like any of it. I'm like, man, let them play football. But right now, it's like referees are
the Minka hit was,
if it's violent, I gotta throw the flag. It's violent, throw the flag.
Insane.
But with a Jimmy Judo, think about it. He hits him and Jimmy did what? Play dead for a second, right? He didn't just fall and get up like Kenny. Kenny get up every time. You look at when Jimmy got hit, he rolled over belly down, paused for a second, then got to be like, dang, did you knock him out? Oh, all right, I guess he's straight. Today's show is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, the leaders in, sports betting world. Safe, secure, reliable, all that awesome stuff. And on top of that, we got promo codes. When it's your first time rocking with DraftKings, you're going to need to download the app and you're going to need to make that first deposit bonus, right? That first deposit. Well, whenever you do said thing, make sure it's at least $5. But more importantly, make sure you use the promo code MOATS so that way you can receive up to $200 in free bets. It's a dope concept, okay? Don't want to miss out on that. But we also understand, Deke, that people struggle with this thing called gambling, this thing called sports betting. Sometimes you can have a little bit too much fun. You get lost in the sauce. And when you get lost in the sauce, sometimes you need, some help. Sometimes you or someone you know has a gambling problem. They might got some crisis counseling or maybe even be in need of referral services. Those located in New York have a specific number to text. But for everybody else, that number to call is 1-800-GAMBLER. I said 1-800-GAMBLER.